business benefits to be about faster problem resolution. And that could also lead to improved visibility and control over our processes. That will also result in better safety and efficiency of our equipment downtime, and so on. You see, there are mapping. Then the question becomes, which is a closing remark. I think, again, that discussion can apply to any industry, but in particular in oil and gas, because this is a survey, so those executives were asked, what's holding you back? Why aren't we actually moving quicker on this? And I think, even though we think that it might be bandwidth or connectivity, they don't believe that's really the issue or the problem. And it's not even cost. Because if you show me how I can get $600 billion of value for this industry over the coming 10 years, why would investment become a problem? I'll invest a fraction of those benefits. The problem with that is that at the moment, we didn't see this big vision of how an industry like this can be transformed completely, or our business models, or our business processes, or our capabilities, and or our skills need to be transformed from the top all the way to the most detailed business process before we can actually begin. No one has created that return on investment in a way that is solid enough for people to make decisions on. And that's one of the things that we at Cisco Consulting Services would like to help our digitization partners do, our customers, paint that picture so they can actually go ahead on an implementation plan. And the other, of course, sort of elephant in the room, as Rabia has referred to, is security. So they are saying, when I have an enterprise email system and gets hacked, that's one thing. When I get my critical national infrastructure, like my electricity or transportation or water system or traffic system, hacked, that's a different thing. And I think over history we have seen how embedding the IP network within those national critical infrastructure assets has helped us optimize the use of those assets. I think there's another role that IoE and IoT is going to bring now, which is we are going to be smarter. It's going to become the nervous system of that critical national infrastructure, where we will be able to sense the edge of our network, whether that network is a water network, electricity network, transportation network, or energy pipeline. And that awareness is going to help us respond much quicker and much wiser to those security threats. And I think linked to that as a barrier is that many organizations today, whether on oil and gas or elsewhere, believe that their IT, not IT systems, but their IT functions, the way we run IT processes and provide IT services within the enterprise, might not be able today to move quickly enough to meet those challenges, which is something also brings us to how IT as a function needs to be transformed, what we call fast IT. How do I start doing IT within an organization in a way that is very different to how I do it today, in a way that is more agile, and instead of going and filling a security gap every time we find the gap, and after the fact, 2-3 days after I understand that my email system has been hacked, how do I actually create fast IT and agile IT system and processes like we did here that uses that same amount of information to be able to respond in better agility and more flexibility and have more awareness about any IT threats that I might be on. Let me stop here on the IoE valid state for oil and gas. Rabia, do you wanna have any closing remarks?
Yeah, I'd just like to add that in addition to this